What's up, world? Arthur here. For anybody who's new to this channel, this is a place for guys who want to grow up and become strong men. This is all about teaching guys how to become rugged, raw, masculine men who are confident and competent in their lives. For guys who want to know how to put on muscle, who want to know how to eat right, who want to do things like public speaking, who want to be the kind of guy that women are attracted to. This is a channel teaching guys exactly how to do that. So if that's what you're looking for, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe because there's going to be so much content coming your way. And with that said, we're going to be continuing on here with The Way of the Superior Man by Deida, a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of women, work, and sexual desire. This book has become a bit of a Bible for me. Now, Chapter 9, Do It for Love. Now, this is a longer chapter, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to read a few excerpts here, and then we're going to digest it. So, do it for love. The way a man penetrates the world should be the same way he penetrates his woman, not merely for personal gain or pleasure, but to magnify love, openness, and depth. That's a big statement. And I just want to pause right there and talk about penetrating the world, because we know about, as men, when we have sex with a woman, we penetrate her physically, right? But metaphorically, in terms of our life purpose, in terms of our life's work, right? We are going out there and penetrating the world. And I think this is a very good metaphor to keep in mind for yourself and your life, in terms of when you're going out there and you're doing something, you're creating something, you're putting yourself out there in the world to be judged, right? You are going out there and you are penetrating the world with your masculine energy. Strong, confident alpha men are able to go out and penetrate the world with their energy. Smaller, weaker beta men tend to hang back and they get small and they shrivel, and they're not penetrating the world, right? So that masculine energy, that masculine force, is a penetrative force going outward into the world. So you take that energy inside of you, you take that creativity, that energy, that spark, that desire, you take that, what you have inside of you, and you put it out into the world for the world to enjoy. The next time you embrace your woman sexually, feel your ultimate desire, your deepest desire in life. Feel why you are doing anything at all in life, and specifically why you are uniting with your lover. There may be many lesser reasons, but what is your deepest ultimate reason? Most men's ultimate reason for doing anything has to do with the discovering their deepest truth, enjoying total freedom and love, and giving their fullest gifts. Yet, many men settle for enjoying a little bit of freedom and love while incompletely giving their gifts. Again, that purpose, that thing that you have inside of you to give to the world. Many men hang back and do not give fully. They enjoy the freedom to buy a nice car, to have loving sex fairly often, and to sleep late on Sunday. They generously donate their spare cash to a good cause, lovingly, but they're lovingly buy their woman a diamond ring and happily coach a little league team. These are enjoyable freedoms and real gifts that make significant difference in people's lives. But for many men, it is still not enough. The freedom or love they have achieved and the way they have given their gifts often leave a sense of incompleteness. Something is still lacking. There is still a desire to go beyond, to untrap themselves, to enjoy life free of a subtle sense of constraint, loneliness, underlying tension, and fear. And for many men, try as they might, the sense remains their fullest gift remains ungiven. Their life feels somewhat false at its core, as does their sexing. When a man gives his true gift of sex to his woman, he penetrates and blooms her beyond all limits into love. It is the same with the world. To bloom women and world for real takes authenticity, persistence, and courage of heart. A man must know the truth at his core and be willing to give his gifts fully. No holding back. He must be willing to dedicate his sex and his life to magnifying love by penetrating women and the world with his true gifts. This willingness is rare. Many men are willing to poke their woman and bloom her in a mediocre way, sharing a few orgasms and a few emotional moments of bonding before going over tomorrow's schedule. Similarly, many men are willing to poke the world and bloom it in a mediocre way, making a few bucks and contributing enough betterment so they don't feel like their life was a total waste. Mediocre poking small, right? Neither woman nor world are predictable. They will often seem to resist your gifts and test your capacity to persist. Now that's a statement right there, right? They will often seem to resist your gift and test your capacity to persist. Have you ever tried to take on a new project, whether it's a new business or something at school or whatever it might be, and you kind of put it out there tentatively and people are like, not really interested, don't really care, and it's not for me, right? People are just like, most people don't buy into it straight away, right? And that's the world and women testing you to see, okay, do you have the patience, do you have the courage, do you have the conviction of heart to keep going even when people say no, right? And that's the key there. Are you willing to keep going even if people say no, if they laugh at you, if they reject you, if they turn you down, if they say you're not good enough, you're not interesting enough, whatever the reason might be? Do you have the tenacity, the courage, the strength to keep going because you just believe in it? And just as surely, they will tenderly respond to the authenticity of your relaxed ministrations, the freedom expressed in your humor, and the invasion of your adamant love. They will open love and receive you fully, only to resist and test you again. Moments or days later, neither women nor world can be second-guessed or fooled. They know when you are just dicking around, and they want to receive you for real. People know when you're faking it. Okay, let's jump ahead here to the end. So, you can renunciate and live alone apart from woman and world, but if you choose a life of sexual and worldly intercourse, you will feel trapped by women and world unless you are free in the midst of true fuck, yielding yourself into the giving, holding nothing back, dissolving all time in the open of love. Through thick and thin, this is the way of the superior man, of even when it hurts and it's painful, you keep putting yourself out there and you keep giving your gifts to the world. All right, fam, that's everything for today. We're going to be back soon with Chapter 10. Enjoy your friends' criticisms. We'll be back. See you soon. If you haven't already, make sure you've liked and subscribed, and we'll be seeing you soon.